How's it? Today's Saturday, April 10th. Um, Last week I did that 6 for 6 meet for the first time, and I PR'd some meet lifts, snatch, and the total. But we are back on the sumo deadlift and bench press grind that I've been on for 8 months, or I don't even know, for a long time. Today is just a continuation of what I did 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks ago, I pulled a set of five at 150 and some down sets, I think at 140 for four fours. But today I did 155 for five and 145 for three fives. And this was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I'm very happy with how it felt, given especially how last night I went straight from the gym to work, and at the end of the night, my lower back felt like it was dying. It felt like there was some amount of like shearing, like a shearing force, which is like that. Uh, it's hard to explain. I'm making a hand motion over here, but it felt like there was a bunch of shearing force in my spine, and I was not happy with that. It sort of carried over a little bit to today, but it's not as bad. Definitely not as bad. Here's my top set, 155 for five. Again, I'm very, very happy with how it felt. I do have a degree of rounding in my back from the first rep. It's not as bad as I thought it was during the set. This fifth rep is probably the worst one, but like it's barely there when you're looking at this video. I thought I was rounding a lot. Um, I'm pretty happy with that, like I said. So after that, I did my down sets, three sets of five. Um, for the last time I did this, it was just a 10 kilo drop for four sets of four or three sets of five. And I wasn't sure if I was going to do 10 kilo drops today because specifically Steve's just said, just do a couple down sets, three sets of five. And so I didn't know if 10 kilos was too little of a drop, too much of a drop, or whatnot. But one of the girls at the gym suggested I just do a 10 kilo drop, and that's what I did. I think it was a fine recommendation, and I ended up being able to do them all. So I'm pretty happy with that. Um, and so after that, I did my bench press, and I worked up to one set of five at 100. I'm not exactly sure how much I did last time I benched, but this set of five was actually a lot easier than I expected it to be. I probably could have done eight, seven or eight, which, as far as like strength goes, it's probably near the strongest I've been, probably like ever. It's definitely the nearest the strongest I've been for deadlifting, but I used to bench press a lot more in the past, and so getting back to where I used to be is pretty cool, especially because I'm not focusing on it. And yeah, 100. I think my best like rep set for like volume is I did 225 for seven in the past, and I know that me doing five today does not mean I did seven, right? It doesn't necessarily mean I could do seven, but just the way that it felt and the way it looks, it feels like I could have done seven or eight. I honestly think I could have done eight, but here's my last warm up set, and the pauses were a lot cleaner today than they were in the past, so that's a big positive as well. Here's my top set. So my hips do kind of move. My butt doesn't leave the bench, and I made it a point to do that. And here's my fifth rep. Yeah. And then Kaleo was telling me that I should keep pushing, but I was like, I'm only gonna do five. That's all I need to do is five. So that's what I did. For these down sets, I wasn't sure what my weight should be, so I just dropped 5 kilos. It's what, 5%? It's exactly 5% drop. So yeah. After that, I did a bunch of accessories. I kind of just picked random ones. I know I wrote down some in my notes, but I didn't actually do the incline press. I did the Bulgarian barbell split squat, and then I actually did some sort of overhead hold, but I did it like the lazy way. I did the handstand hold, like against the wall. I was trying to make it so that I could do a minute of it, but I wasn't able to. Simply put it, I wasn't able to. I think in the future I'm gonna practice this a little bit more because it is easier to do than it overhead hold is, like a standard overhead hold. You see there that I'm trying to get my feet off of the wall as much as possible, but I am not good at handstand holds, and it is just it's a very challenging thing for me to practice. Overall, I'm happy with how this went. And then I finished off with some back extensions, pretty simple stuff. But yeah, today's pulls were pretty solid. I'm very, very happy with how they felt, especially because I thought I was going to struggle a lot more. But that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Shoots.